They can see everything you do.
The worst video game ever made. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. This is ridiculous.
Everybody, how are y'all doing this evening? It's me, it's DJ. It's Final Fantasy 14. It's a crafting challenge, and oh god, it's hot. Been triple digits most of the week, and it is currently, I just checked, 96 in my house. Here, less than 13, it is warm. So, big old glass of nice cool water. We're going to knock out some crafting quests. And once we get done with that, well, we'll see where we're at, time-wise and comfort-wise. And we'll go from there. Now, if you're not familiar with the crafting challenge, this is your first time joining us, welcome. Hi, how are you? My name is DJ. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 for, not long, since right after Endwalker came out. And I decided to do something a little bit different. And that little bit different is only what I can make. Can't progress the storyline unless I'm wearing stuff that, if you see right on the bottom there, oh, you can't see it, it's behind my head. If you look very, very closely, you might be able to see that last line of the item window says red green. That's us. Why red green? Why the name red green? Well, it's an old Canadian comedian, and who had a catchphrase, they can't find you handsome, at least they should find you handy. And well, this mug does not fit with handsome. So, we're going to be as handy as we can be, making everything we can by hand. And that means we are level 53 Blacksmith. So why is this guy still lit up? Well, it's because I have completely neglected to do any of the item quests as we've been going along, or the item crafter quests. We finished the base story of Realm Reborn, so I figured it was high time to go back and catch these up. That out of the way, let's talk to Brethael. Have to get a little bit of water to wet the whistle and see what the old Hammer Master has to say. Sudden evil brewing in my belly, I tell you. Can't seem to keep anything down. Too many of the winch, I reckon. Couldn't have come at a worse time either, with phaser breathing down my neck. Now when it comes to the market, you never met a tighter miser than no face, but at the Coliseum, a man throws gold at fighters like water at a fire. They know it too, so they ask their patron for a new blade. Once I get once I get that blade, now it's big and sharp and shiny a blade. Before you know it, I'm wasting me waking bells, forging weapons for folk what ain't got arms enough to wield them. Don't get me wrong, I'll gladly take the horse on his coat, but I ain't up to it this time on account of my condition. Which is why I need you to make whatever he needs making in his stead. Have a word with Phaser and see what he needs. Out of curiosity, does not. Okay. I was hoping I could move the chat, do some back end stuff here, but I can't. That's all right. Mr. Phaser, what do you have in store, in mind? So, Berthel sends you to me yet again. I am flattered he holds me in such high esteem. As you may have heard, I have an eye for able warriors, yet without the proper arms and armaments, abilities for naught. Forge me one steel bouge of equal parts splendor and might, and you and Berthel shall know the bounty of my generosity. Fail me, Red, and I may be forced to reconsider my arrangement with Naudik and Pumeles. So I need a steel bouge. And well, that's perfectly fine. Mostly because I already gathered all the required, or at least I'm pretty sure I have gathered all of the required ingredients here in my inventory for all of the rest of the... I don't know why I have a leak there. For all of the rest of the blacksmithing quests. So, 1 iron ingot, 1 oak lumber, and 2 steel ingots. And crafting in this game is fairly easy. You figure out how much progress you need. In this case, we need 2 strikes with this hammer. We'll do 1. Then we'll take our time, because waste not, want not. Do a little innovation. And then, keeping an eye on the quality of the material, alternate between a basic stroke and a standard stroke, just to get the quality up. There's our steel booch. One steel booge, Red. Make the greatest weapon you've ever made, and then throw it away and make me a better one. Well, how about this one? You've come with my gift. Excellent. Let's have a look, shall we? I demanded nothing short of perfection, and you have exceeded my every expectation, Red. A finer bouge I have never seen. A well-wrought oak haft with a solid steel blade, more than sharp enough to slice through sinew and bone. Many an auroch's neck shall it cleave. I cannot wait to see it wielded. Yes, the glory of the steel bouge you have forged for me shall be sung in the screams of all who stand before it. I see my trust in you is not misplaced, Red, and I trust I shall have need of your skills in the future. Here, take this hammer and some silver pieces. Well, I will desynth that hammer real quick. We aren't going to be using it because we didn't make it. Gets us a steel ingot and some of our money back. But I'm betting that Old Berthel has another job for us. You know, Red, the contracts you've helped the guild secure ought to make us a fortune. If we can find our hands to keep up with the demand, that is. Quite a name you've made for yourself in the process. You've got your head in the forge, so you don't hear what I do. All over the ports, I hear chatter of sailors and merchants extolling the fabled wares from Red's Forge. I assure you, they ain't alone. Tales has gotten to the point where half your fellow smithies are asking that you forge their smithing tools, as if you've time to make them one by one. So I told them, the most they could hope for would be one wrapped Crosby camera, a true example of shining excellence to which all of its kind will be held. What say you, lass? Reckon you can do your forge mates this favor? A wrapped Crosby hammer. Well, that's going to be around level 40. And it just so happens I'll need a steel Crosby camera. So we probably ought to make that first. Apparently I forgot the second piece of lumber. Well, that is a problem now, isn't it? And here I thought I was being smart and doing all the things that needed doing before I came on stream today. Apparently I misplaced, or I probably misread it for this one. Actually, I'm almost damn sure I did. So, time to go for a little adventure, shall we? If we need a wrapped Crosby camera, we need a steel Crosby camera. If we need a steel Crosby camera, we need oak lumber. If we need oak lumber, we need oak logs, and we get oak logs from the South Shroud. That'd be a little expensive to just go right there, but that's all right. We don't have to. See, that cuts the bill in half. And since I've got a free teleport back to Limsa, it's almost as if I set that up on purpose. So let's grab our botanist and hop off the window. The window? Apologies. Come on. Think before you speak. Yep. Roman idiot. Three. That's all I need. I see no red enemies around me, so back to Carpenter. Quickly make the oak lumber. And then we can teleport back to Limsa. Quick hop up to the upper decks. The steel Crosby hammer. Again, 74 is less, or 115 is less than twice 74, so And since we need to wrap it, apparently in leather. Now this one's is slightly different. Calculation is 3. We need 1, 2, 3 would be 226, which would be 322, which would be too much. And then quickly boost the quantity or the quality. And there we have it. Let's go turn this in, see if it meets his requirements. All I'm asking for is a single rep Crosby hammer, of the finest quality, of course, so I can show you fellow smithies how it's done. Here's a Ralph Crosby hammer. Have fun. By Battergut's beard, who'd have thought the brutish tools of force could present such beauty? The hammer's claws evokes the elegance and ruthless efficiency of a golden beak plucking worms from the ground. And it's flawlessly counterbalanced asymmetrically by the face. Not in my wildest forging fantasies could I ever envision laying hands or eyes on such a perfect hammer. Else, I reckon it's too perfect to show that lot. Look upon the daunting heights of such peak perfection would surely discourage even the boldest of budding blacksmiths. On the other hand, it ought to put those uppity smithies in their place. Besides, it'd be a crime to keep this hammer hidden away from the world. With any luck, it will serve as inspiration to your forge mates, and maybe even motivate one to follow in your footsteps. Here, have a file. I apologize, that joke doesn't get old to me. I suppose I will be sent that file. Ooh, some mithril. Add the silver to my saddlebag and see what he has up for us next. It's a good time to be a smithy, lad. Clients are banging down our doors, clamoring for... I don't know where the accent went. Please don't judge me. Actually, no, please judge me harshly. Comment if you think I need to work on remembering what my bloody accents are. And to think it's all because of one fateful day I had the foresight to let you join our ranks. It's the smartest thing I ever done. Aye, in prosperous times such as these, you can't help but be in high spirits. Even your most hated enemies seem like decent folk. Why, just the other day I downed a few pints with old Fairzel. Beza. Speaking of which, Beza was going on and on about this lady gladiator which caught his eye. One he'd like to lavish with gifts. Said he'd a mind to have you forge the weapons. Don't you know him? Demanded to speak to you in person. Best go and oblige the bastard. Apologies for the language, I'm just reading it. Red, good of you to come. I knew no other whom I could call upon. Her name is Miriam. She is both muse and genius, a portrait of grace and beauty amid the carnage of war, expertly versed in every technical discipline of combat. Muriel is more than a mere gladiator. She is an artist. If she is to paint the battlefield red, only the finest of instruments will suffice. And such instruments can only be created by the greatest of blacksmiths. Thus, I would ask of you a pair of cobalt knuckles, a buccaneer's bardiche, and a cobalt shamshir with which she might reign over the Colosseum like the goddess she is. Ooh, that is a nice rapier. I like that, Miss Robin. I will inspect your work when it is complete. Though I have little reason to doubt your capabilities, I will not present to Muriel anything less than perfection. Fair enough. You can't go that way. There's a dead end. Out of the sunlight here. A buccaneer's bodish. Cobalt knuckles first, though. Cobalt knuckles, hooray! Next was Cobalt Shamshir. $148. And the last is a Buccaneer's Bardish. Once again, 148 is twice. Waste not, innovate, alternate. Three high-quality weapons. 1, 2, 3. Knuckles, a Bardish, and a Shamshir. They must be fit for the gods. While your weapons look most impressive, I must properly appraise your work. Inside. The Knuckles. A sturdy and stable design for a straightforward weapon. The lack of superfluous ornamentation speaks to an emphasis on function. Next we come to the Bardish. A brutish, base weapon, likely born of the beast tribes. Initially, I feared its barbaric origins might sully Muriel's angelic hands, but I firmly believe there is no weapon her feminine touch cannot civilize. And lastly, the Shamshir. The seductive curvature of its blade is sinister in its simplicity. You've taken notoriously obstinate cobalt and bent it to your will. Again, you exceed my every expectation. I can only imagine Muriel's joy upon seeing such splendid wares. Let her gaze upon the face of the one who forged them. You'll find her aboard the Astalicia. The Astalicia is around here somewhere. If I come over here to the Fisherman's Guild, come down these back stairs. Back stairs bring me out on the dock. Someone got caught stealing a sandwich. Upstairs. She's on the... Ah, yes, the gift I was promised. It is good to know Phasar is a man of his word. Though, personally, I prefer a woman of action. Show me what you have. Most impressive indeed. I'm humbled. With your weapons in my grip, victory is all but assured. Phasar certainly possesses an eye for the finer things. Yet, the eye that finds beauty interests me less than the hands that craft it. The strong, skilled hands of an artisan like yourself. Gladiator and blacksmith make quite a pair, do we not? What is a weapon without a wielder? Or a wielder without a weapon? We complete each other. I came to Limsa to see your wares at the old man's behest, and found everything he promised and more. Know that in the heat of battle, as I clutch them tightly in my hands, my thoughts will be of you. Thank you. Pick up the sightseeing log. It doesn't matter, it's wrong time of day anyway. That is a nice axe. Good news, Red. The gladiator you outfitted, Muriel, done the work of a million merchants first since. Her name's on the lips of every Colosseum fan, as is the name of the smithy that forged her armaments. Our wares are selling faster than we can forge them. Every member of the guild is reaping the benefits. My guild will flow like wine the winds tonight. Of course, customers, they've been asking for you by name, but I tell them you ain't got the time to personally craft all the butcher's knives and bric-a-brac. I've certainly no intention of shoveling that drudgery off on you. But there's one commission that requires your personal attention, I reckon. This one comes to us by way of Phasar, so pay the man a visit. Before you go, a word of warning. Phasar's a solemn soul to begin with, but this job's gotten wound tighter than ever, judging from its countenance. Best be prepared for a bleeding tough challenge. Did I did. Or I do not. Do I do not. Yeah, there you are. Hear me, Red. None other than the finest blacksmith in all Vilbrand will do for this task. So renowned are your weapons that your name echoes through the distant wood of Gridania. So powerful your forge that has been their disdain for steel into admiration. As such, a former champion of the Colosseum living amid the weeds? Living amid the leaves, has contacted me in hopes of engaging your services. That is all I can say. The rest she would tell you herself. The client wishes to meet with you in private, and will be waiting for you on the platform just below the Drowning Witch. Pray, do not keep her waiting. I suppose I can do that, yes. I see ya. How do I get down to you? Bloody vertically integrated cities. An honor, Red Green. I appreciate you coming all this way to meet with me. I am told you are a blacksmith without peer. It is for this reason I have come to seek your assistance. The sword I would have you forge must befit a storied Colosseum champion. Rather, a man who would become one once more. The gladiator has recently returned to Ul'dah and has chosen to fight under a different name. Perhaps you are familiar with the Bronze Bull? His performance on the Blood Sands has been less than stellar. Despite his wealth of experience, he struggles. I have seen him fight. His weapons are his weakness, but I fear he thinks himself at fault. Which brings me to my request. I wish to arm the Bronze Bull with quality cobalt winklet, strengthened with the savage might materia of the third grade. He is a far greater gladiator than his record suggests, and deserves better than the rubbish he wields. When the sword is ready, deliver it to Phaser. He shall see that the Bronze Bull receives it. I mean, I might as well fire up the forge while I'm standing here, right? It is a cobalt winglet. $174 is again going to be 3. It's greater than 148, but not 222. So 1 hit, 2 hits. Innovate. Or waste not, innovate, alternate. Keep a better eye on precise touch, lighting up. Savage might materia 3. Well, I don't have any on me. I determined I don't have any on me. That while we're running. But I should, or I may at least, should is a strong word. I may have some in Oh, excuse me. Cachadono here. Holds all of my unmelded materia. A Savage Aim. I don't have a Savage Might 3. Well, darn. Now, there's two ways to go to do that. To fix that. Easy one would be to go and farm and level 50 equipment until one pop. Then you could go to Mutamix and try and try your luck at recycling them, or we can go down to Hawker's Alley and see if anybody's put them on the message on the board. Savage Might Materia 3. 94 skill. I think that'll work. Meld Savage Might 3. I am aware of the client's specifications. As soon as I verify that your sword is to her satisfaction, I shall contact the intended recipient. Oh, here it is. You've outdone yourself yet again. The task is almost complete. In a most peculiar request, the client wishes to be on hand if out of sight for the purveyance of her gift. I shall attend to the arrangements. You need only be ready. Since when have you taken a fancy to a male gladiator, Phaser? What's all this really about? I assure you, you will not be displeased. Quite the opposite, I should hope. Pleased, then? Precisely. You come bearing a gift. A gift? For me? Give it to someone who deserves it. I'm in no mood to be fawned over. Due to your mounting defeats, I know my record, merchant. Ah, but that is the very reason I believe this gift will lift your spirits. Behold, the cure for your recent woes, a sword like no other. This blade, I've never seen its equal. Did you forge this, Smith? I would be proud to call it mine. I believe that is precisely what our patron intended. Care to tell me who your patron is, and why he sees fit to confer on me such a treasure? I can only say that she prays for your success. It is her hope that with this sword you will win new glory, that these words will help you to remember the Lord. The way of the sword is such that all who walk it become lost. Her words, eh? Yeah. I don't see why she had to orchestrate this mama's farce. I would have gladly accepted the sword from her in person. Oh? I thought the calamity had claimed her life. I should have known better than to think the Hellfire Phoenix would die so easily. You cured out that sword. And now, my turn to take wing. On my honor, I shall one day stand atop the Colosseum. Do this sword justice. Speak with the client. Vein 5004. I suspect he knew I was present the moment his words left Phaser's lips. Why not give him the sword in person? It is complicated. Simply put, I will not involve myself directly in Colosseum affairs. Long ago, I swore never again to take up sword or spear or sport. I have entrusted the Forge Master with your honor. Please accept it with my heartfelt thanks. Well, look who's bringing in another fortune. I don't know how you do it, Ed, but I'm glad you're doing it for us. If you hadn't come along when you did and helped us turn things around with your quality smithing, I reckon I'd be another worthless drunk drowning my sorrows at the winch. Instead, I'm a happily employed drunk celebrating me successes at the winch. You know, any lot with a tool could put passion into a work. But to have it come out the other side in effect, it's true honest. And make no mistake, lass, the impact of what you've done for the guild will be felt for years to come. You're one of the best goddamn smithies I've had the pleasure of knowing, Red. There ain't more to say than that. Take this nice hammer that you will refuse to use because that's just the joke. That's the bit. You and I have nothing but commitment to the bit. And this concludes the Blacksmith quest for A Realm Reborn. Level up. Get muscle memory. I never know what to do with muscle memory. We're not going to break down Vulcan. It is a better hammer than I have, but again, I'm not. The purpose of this challenge is to only use the stuff you can make, and that means that this is going into the armor. Excuse me. My dinner is making a second appearance. Okay, well, that brings us up to about 50 minutes, which is kind of close enough for our first break. I'm going to go refill my water bottle here. As always, a break for the streamer is a break for the audience. Get up, mill around, grab yourself something to drink, and I'll be back here in couple three minutes, give or take. As we head out, listen to the music of Big Giant Circles. See you in a few. keep on the BRB screen here while we wait for the queue to drop. It'll make it a little easier on me if I decide to edit these videos eventually and just cut out the little middle part. But yeah, I will. We're getting close. We're number 4. All right, here we go. Maybe? Maybe, maybe not. Fine. All right, quick little trip through Top Film. say, we're just trying to keep our thought up on any new enemies. So dot on the enemy when we try not to get too far in front of things here, and do fine. Things will work out great. Why are we doing this? Because I want to get my dungeon run in today. Okay. Breed on these because we only breed. And finally remember to Peloton after between skirmishes. Which way do you want to go? This way? Okay. level up. We good? Did I get any? Level 26. Oh, that'll do it, folks. At least I got a tavern out of the deal. Hey, and some commands. let us descend. Well, you know what? Let us return to New Gradon. I need to go there anyway because I've got a class quest coming up. So let's head over to the Bower here. Give the personnel officer you know what? Yeah, I can. It's Heart Your Song. Is not same as the blinding potions. I don't actually need them, so I might as well get some use out of them. With that done, the next thing I think I want to do is switch over to Dragoon. And queue up for main scenario quests so I can get some more. I still have room in my heart for a tombstone, so we'll see how that goes here shortly. That actually popped fairly quickly. Oh, yeah, you can't change zones while you're in the main duty. Here's hoping it's all. Nope. Try again. All right, it's open up.
The Ultima weapon is all-powerful. Why does my
say
enemy
the
still
same.
stand? Can her strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
Ah, Brea.
La Brea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the Hammer of Darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the Shield of Light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch.
Oh
The
my.
magic
I'm sitting here looking
has lain
because,
dormant
yeah, I've
for
been through this a
eons.
time or two. Why are we going through it now? Well, because I want the
Of what
tombstones.
magic do you speak?
There's some crafting materials that you have
A
to have.
spell
You have to buy with
without
tombstones.
parallel.
So I might as well get
Ultima.
collecting them while I can.
I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Brea, what have you done?
Only what was necessary.
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Heidelin. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
Run.
Gaze upon true power.
Command. Hooray! Now, what was I doing? Oh yeah. I was going to Revenant's Hole because I'm going to count the relic weapons as crafting. It's an odd kind of crafting, but it is a crafting actually no. You know, I don't think I will. Come to think about it, we're not actually doing much crafting in it as it is, so it just seems like a bit of a time sink that could be better spent doing other things. So that's where I think I'm going to call it today, because it has not cooled down in this house one bit. So I think we'll call it there. And well, on behalf of me, everyone, that is me, just wanted to say thanks for watching. VODs, as always, on the YouTube. I try to stream at least Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday here on Twitch. Usually evenings, Saturday mornings, but Tuesday and Thursday evenings. As for this week, I think tomorrow, or the next stream, will be blacksmithing. Or not blacksmithing, we've done blacksmithing, armor smithing. Because it's the next on the list. In any case, my name's CJ. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, do all the necessary things that YouTube wants you to do to feed my almighty algorithm. But most importantly, be good to each other. And see you.